Well, new developments tonight in President Trump's controversial travel ban.
Yeah, late tonight, Mr. Trump fired acting U.S. Attorney General Sally Yates for refusing to support the ban, and the president has already appointed a new person to run the Department of Justice until the Senate votes on Jeff Sessions. KCAL9 political reporter Dave Bryan joins us now with more on this rapidly unfolding story that's really having global impact.
It really is, and minute by minute, the scenario seems to be changing on us. Only 10 days into his presidency, Donald J. Trump is already dealing with an administration crisis. At the center of the growing firestorm is Trump's executive order banning Muslims living in 7 countries from entering the U.S. And with charges of targeting Muslims from opponents, the acting top official at the Justice Department was fired tonight, and a new official brought in to replace her.
He was charged with conspiracy to provide material support to a designated terrorist organization.
America's new acting attorney general is Dana Bente, a U.S. attorney in Virginia who was appointed Monday night and sworn into office after the former acting attorney general, Sally Yates, a holdover from the Obama administration, was abruptly fired by President Trump. In dismissing her, the White House press office wrote, "The acting attorney general, Sally Yates, has betrayed the Department of Justice by refusing to enforce a legal order designed to protect the citizens of the United States."
Ladies and gentlemen, Sally Yates.
Yates, seen in this file video from January 2015 being introduced by FBI Director James Comey, was fired after she notified the administration that the Justice Department would not defend in the courts President Trump's executive order imposing a travel ban on Muslim immigrants from 7 countries with terrorist activity. She wrote, "For as long as I am the acting attorney general, the Department of Justice will not present arguments in defense of the executive order." Harvard Law School professor emeritus and a leading defender of civil liberties, Alan Dershowitz, told CNN that Yates went too far.
She made a serious mistake. I think what she should have done is done a nuanced analysis of what parts of the order are constitutional, what parts are in violation of the statute, what parts are perfectly lawful. I think by lumping all of them together, she has made a political decision rather than a legal one.
Yates' replacement, Bente, was quoted on the White House statement as saying, "I am honored to serve President Trump in this role until Senator Sessions is confirmed. I will defend and enforce the laws of our country to ensure that our people and our nation are protected." While this drama was unfolding at the Justice Department, Democrats in Washington were rallying on the steps of the Capitol Monday evening against the Trump immigration order.
Donald Trump has issued an executive order that is illegal, that is unconstitutional, and that is immoral. We are here to fight back.
And in Sacramento, the state Senate, dominated by Democrats, passed a resolution condemning Mr. Trump's executive order banning immigrants and refugees from 7 Muslim countries after a fiery 2-hour debate.
You see, this is how we end up with fascism and totalitarianism. That the great Statue of Liberty calls, "Forgive me, you're tired, you're poor. I lift my lamp of light, of hope, of opportunity beyond our golden shore." Our lamp, not our middle finger.
And our Statue of Liberty does stand for one of our values. We welcome the teeming masses. But we do not welcome those who would come here to harm us. But let's take action to ensure that they have the least possible chance. And one of the best ways to do that is to interdict them before they get into our country. Stop them at the borders. That's what this is about. That's what vetting is about. Identifying them, learning about them through interrogation, and stopping this insidious peril that has come to visit our land.
CBS News reports the policy at the center of this firestorm was crafted by White House Chief Strategist Steve Bannon and Senior Policy Advisor Stephen Miller. They helped craft the policy and pushed it through the White House channels in total secrecy.
If nobody's disagreeing with what you're doing, then you're probably not doing anything that really matters in the scheme of things.
The White House says the order was not issued because of any specific threat, but it was rushed through the usual protocol. Key congressional committees were kept completely in the dark. Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly, who's charged with implementing the order, didn't learn the details until President Trump signed it.
Everybody was kept in the loop at the level necessary to make sure that we rolled it out properly. We're not going to wait till we get attacked and figure out how we can make sure it doesn't happen again.
On Capitol Hill, lawmakers on both sides spoke out.
The fact is that President Trump is protecting America by strengthening our vetting procedures.
So how is this playing with the American people? Well, the respected Quinnipiac poll took a survey 3 weeks ago, and it showed by a margin of 48 to 42% people support Trump's plan to suspend immigration from terror-prone regions. And more than half those surveyed support the idea of requiring immigrants from Muslim countries to have to register with the federal government. Lena, back to you.